New insight into the past of an American teen, pictured here on his social media high school football page, now accused of killing an Italian police officer. 19-year-old Finnegan Elder, this morning sitting in an Italian jail, took part in organised fight nights in a San Francisco park while in high school, according to a report overnight. His uncle, speaking to the Associated Press, says the fight nights apparently resulted in many injuries. And he tells AP one fight between two boys in a public place resulted in a serious injury. San Francisco police telling the Associated Press at about 2:30 a.m. on October 30th, 2016, they were called to a hospital where a 16-year-old boy was reported in surgery following an aggravated assault. Elder's uncle saying the young men squared off with one another in a mutual challenge. Unfortunately, the other boy tripped and fell backwards during the fight, injuring his head accidentally. The incident was tragic and unfortunate, but did not involve drugs or weapons. Elder, who was a juvenile, does not have a criminal record, according to his uncle. Italian prosecutors now releasing a picture of the knife allegedly used in the murder of just-married Italian police officer Mario Cicello Rega, showing a 7-inch blade. CCTV, widely broadcast on Italian media, claiming to show the events that led to the killing, a drug deal gone wrong, and two men running from the scene, the video unverified by NBC News. 18-year-old Gabriel Natal Jorth also arrested. A picture of the Californian teen blindfolded in police custody, casting a shadow on the case, Italian officials admit. But Italy is outraged. Officer Rega's funeral in the same church this week where his wedding took place. A key question is, did the teens know he was a police officer?